We all have sin baggage, all of us. We all carry around trash related to the things we've done which have been forgiven. The devil will dig through our trash and wave some rotting scrap of garbage in our face and shout that we are unworthy to serve. Sometimes even our friends or fellow Christians will do the same thing. If you're going to serve God through works of service, you cannot be hauling around that stinking bag of sin trash. It's just too easy for you or another person or some messenger of Satan to discourage your ministry, and on top of that, Jesus paid the death penalty to relieve you of that burden. After an especially nasty period of rebellion in my life, I crawled back to God asking for forgiveness anew. So there I was, mostly feeling self-pity, which is of course poison. I apprehended God's forgiveness, but that bag of trash filled my nostrils from time to time with the scent of death. This was not right. Months later, I had a dream. The entire content of the dream was Hebrews 9. That's it. I heard it and I saw it. Hebrews 9. I awoke immediately and picked up my Bible from the bedside table. I started reading through Hebrews 9, which I had not read in years. Rebellion will do that to you. And I came to this verse, Hebrews 9:14. How much more then will the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself unblemished to God, cleanse our consciences from acts that lead to death, so that we may serve the living God. This part of Hebrews is talking about the superiority of the sacrifice of Jesus over that of animals and the power of his blood in washing away sin. I was stunned. God spoke to me in a dream. He could have pointed out a verse about encouragement or comfort or his plan for my life or any number of other important concepts. He rather went for the nuclear weapon of Christianity, the blood of Jesus. It's the blood of Jesus that cleanses our consciences. And for what purpose? So we grovel in worm theology or feel more self-pity or slink into the back pew? No! The purpose is that we may serve the living God. Did you get that? How's your bag of filthy sin trash holding up to the blood of Jesus? If you're saying, oh, but you don't know what I've done, brother or sister, he paid the death penalty for your sin. Don't hang on to that trash, and don't let anyone else, human or demon, wave that filth in your face. You've been forgiven, and your conscience has been clean, and you may serve. Now in the church, we take some of the teachings of Jesus and Paul on divorce and marriage and use them to disqualify large swaths of people from any type of ministry. There are practical reasons to guide a person away from certain types of ministry. You don't want men counseling women alone. I know a lot of pastors do that, but it's not a good idea. A man who has had problems with sexual sin should not be put in situations where he will be tempted. That's most of us men, of course. We have to exercise wisdom and respect the Scriptures. But we also have to respect the blood of Jesus. If his blood washes a person clean, then no man is qualified to disqualify that person from all ministry. Here's what I've learned. Church leadership will more often than not err on the side of caution and pass over spiritually healthy people for ministry. Has this happened to you? Well, there are places you can minister outside the church building where there are no such limitations. Ministry to the poor, the homeless, prisoners, or chronically ill. These are areas of critical ministry need. This is where Jesus ministered when he was physically here. No one is going to challenge your qualifications to minister to a urine-soaked homeless man on a park bench. In fact, you're not even going to see another Christian within a block of that guy. He's the person who urgently needs God's love, and the person God called you to. I've found that such ministry to society's outcast and throwaway people is the most rewarding. And you don't have to deal with man's qualifications for ministry. You don't need a seminary degree or a college degree at all. It costs little except for some time. And you'll find that you're ministering to people who are carrying around a sack of sin trash that looks exactly like yours, the one you dumped through the blood of Jesus. You know what to tell them about that. So please don't let that sack of sin trash prevent you from ministry in appropriate places, because there are people who need to feel God's love through you today. Dump it and serve.